Yeah, I may have to adjust my camera. Hello, everyone. I am live. Not to be confused with I am alive, because I am, but there's not my point today. I've got to do something about this. Oh my goodness. Hey, I already got a thumbs up. That's you, isn't it?
It was me.
It was you.
One of them was me.
Yeah.
2 thumbs up shown.
Huh? Oh, I only have one. But that's typical. That's just the way it is. I need a little baggie or something. Okie dokie. Do I have all my pencils? Oh, good. I kept my red pencils. Woo! The red pencils I'm using for the flowers. Yeah. Got those.
My red pencil.
Give me my red pencil. Hey, Kayla. I'm okay today. How are you? Oh, well, I'm glad you're here again. I could use it too. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I hope things improve. I haven't decided which one I'm going to officially color yet, so I wanted people to help me decide. Hey, Shannon and Joey, how are you guys? Oh, new to the channel. Well, thank you, Shannon Ayala, for coming by, spending time. Make yourself comfortable. Hi, Nanamo. Lulu, sparkly hearts. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, I can't decide which one to officially work on today. I've got this one that we were doing for the steampunk event, and then this one, Lady Spring, that we were doing before the steampunk event, and then I pulled this one out because somebody was requesting a fabric tutorial, and I thought this could supplement it. So I'll announce that all again in a minute as soon as we get more people in chat. Hey, Carola, good to see you. Hope I didn't miss anyone. Yeah, they are, man. They're all just amazing pictures. So much talent in this community, I swear. Mousy Deb, hello, hello. Gail Barrett, hi. Oh, thank you. Oh, I got to thank Christine. She's so sweet. Hi, Melinda S. and Rosemary Hatchett. You guys, welcome. Make yourselves comfortable. Not sure what we're doing yet, but I'm going to leave it up to you guys in chat. We're going to take a vote on it in just a minute. Wow. This has got to be a record for the most people as early as 4 minutes in. That's awesome, you guys. Thank you. Woo! I'm a happy, happy camper. Speaking of camping, I love camping. My body doesn't love camping, but my brain does. Yeah. Just so you all know, all of you new who are coming in, Mark is my husband. He's sitting in the living room. He's about 20 feet away from me right now, sitting on the couch being comfy. He's got his little laptop over there, and he is my moderator. He has so nicely, thank you, Corolla, for the thumbs up reminder. Thank you very, very much. He has so generously devoted 2 hours of his time today and every day that I have streamed so far, except for I think the first one, to being a mod for me. So I really appreciate that. You did a very long stream last night and worked on the Manya Gates. Oh, sweet. I saw you kept coming up. I thought maybe you were having trouble with your stream. I think, what was I doing? I can't remember what I was doing. I had my hands full of, I wasn't feeling well last night. That's what it was. I was feeling very poorly. The non-colored picture. This is Elena Lazareva from her, oh golly, Autumn Magic book. And the reason why I pulled this out is because someone had a request for fabric tutorial, but I don't know what we're going to be doing yet. So what I thought I'd do, Gail, that's awesome. It's getting dusty. That's not so awesome, but it's awesome that you got him something to color. That's cool. Anyway, I don't know what we're going to do. I'm going to let you guys vote on it as soon as the chat room is filled up a little bit more. I think there might be a couple more people coming by. But we've got 3 things to choose from.
Fabric, yes.
Fabric, yes. Who said that?
Kayla.
Kayla, us. I see. Okay, so we'll vote in a minute, and Mark will help me count up the votes here because I don't know, you guys. I wear bifocals, so it's kind of hard for me to see the chat. But if you guys could, if you want to speak directly to me, put it all in caps so I can see it better. And so it will. And Loretta, hi. So it'll jump out at me from chat. You go ahead and lurk. Have your coffee. Have your drink. Have your Irish coffee, maybe. Yeah. And anyway, we'll vote on that in just a few minutes and see what happens. But here's what I did on the steampunk one. I'd been working on it a little bit. I got her hat done. I got her wings. I wanted her wings to look kind of like weathered leather. So I kind of got them shaded accordingly and according to my little light spot or light source. And looking at chat, didn't lose my train of thought. Anyway, and I decided I would make her distribute this color of blue like around a little bit, and then I'm going to do something different. If you go, this is from Lisa Matrakan, and if you go to her, oh, thank you, Kayla. Yeah, inks are awesome because they go so quickly, and then they look really great, and you can color over them if you need to. So there's a lot of good points to using ink. If you go on, this picture is by Lisa Matrakan, and if you go to her Facebook page, The Art of Lisa Matrakan, or Talm, Talm, there's different versions of this picture, and one of the people did a version of this picture that is really incredible because this ballerina in her corset looks like you're looking through a window, and it really does look 3D. It's super, super cool. Yes, she is an amazing artist, definitely. And then this is one we were doing before the sting. Oh, for heaven's sake. And that wasn't my first choice of words. Sorry, guys. I have a potty mouth. I barely curbed that one. Sorry. Anyway, Mariella Budek is this one. And this is Lady Spring. And I was coloring this one before. I love doing the flowers. The flowers are awesome. But I've been working on the flowers because it's the same thing over and over again. And I did a couple of them on a live stream. So I was kind of just trying to fill in the flowers. And then this one, like I said a few minutes ago, this one is to supplement a fabric tutorial that I was planning maybe to do. Hey, Pat and Wilson. And I thought this could go along with it. Hey, Connie, it's good to see you. Thank you for being here. Lurkers, welcome. Yep, because that probably means you're coloring, which is awesome. Got a handful of, well, 2 handfuls of pencils laying around. Okay, in just about 30 seconds, we'll vote, like 10 minutes in, and we'll see what everybody wants to do.
Lurking and coloring.
Lurking and coloring. A mandala. Awesome! Mandalas are so wonderful.
You got a lot of votes for fabric.
I am getting a lot of votes for fabric. Well, what I was going to do if we do fabric is I was going to start by doing a tutorial on a blank piece of paper so I could show you guys a version where you could make your own. I'll be using Prismacolors today. It's just what I had out. If I'd been thinking, I probably would have chosen Polychromos, but we're going to do Prismacolors. Yeah. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Yeah. More people have the Prismacolors and things like the Sargent Arts and the Black Widows because they're more budget friendly. Prismacolors are awesome pencils, budget friendly or not. They're just really awesome pencils. Oh my gosh. Okay. Wow. Okay. All righty. Hey, Brittany Miller. Yay. Sparkly Hearts. Lumis. Yeah. I don't have a whole set of Luminance pencils. I only have like 18 or so because they're just, I mean, I buy open stock because I can't afford a whole set. That's on my Yule wish list, by the way, Mark. Anyway, we don't have the money for that. It's way too expensive. It's like buying a moped or something.
Isn't that why they call it a wish list?
It's a wish list. Yeah, it's a wish list because I wish for it. Yeah. Anyway, so I forget what I was saying now. Darn it. Buff titanium. Yes, buff titanium is an awesome pencil to have for blending as well as for highlights. Yep. So yeah, I only have a few of those, but I have mostly on the Luminance. I have skin tones because they're really, really great colors for skin. So that's basically all I have. I have a couple others, but you know, I haven't been able to work, so I haven't been able to buy. So, you know, that's just what happens. Have Black Friday. Oh, don't say that, Kayla. Oh my gosh. I'm like, oh no, don't remind me. Oh yeah, the Neo 2s. Oh my gosh. I have the 15 set too because it was affordable and I've had it for a while. I don't use them very often. I should use them more, of course, because I'm awesome. But yeah, you got me talking. I forgot to vote. That's okay. But yeah, I love the whole set of Neo 2s. Those are amazing. I got the Castle Art pencils with a big $10 off. That's great. Castle Arts, I hear, are really, really good pencils too. Yeah. Yeah, everybody's got the 15 set of Neo 2s. They also had a limited edition autumn color set. It was like 10 colors. It's not bad either. So it's like a supplemental set, but I think it was just a limited edition for the fall. No, I don't have Pablo's. No. I'm happy with what I have though. I'm very happy with what I have. I probably have too many for any one person, but I like to have options, you know? Yeah. If I was going to do Pablo's, I would probably just buy like a small set like Kayla mentioned just now. Yeah. Oh, Brittany. You know, I don't want anybody to feel obligated to do anything, but I do have to say that if you guys would like to see me use something on my channel, any donations would be welcome. Any donations, and I would make a point to use them on a picture and compare them to other pencils, etc. Because if I make the mistakes, you guys don't have to. You know what I mean? So, yeah, you hate them. Okay, Brittany. Wow. That's very generous. Here, let me put my email in. And actually, Mark, can you put my email, the Red Ravens Cauldron one? Mark's going to put my email in and just email me and I'll send you my mailing address. And where are you? Are you in the United States? Because otherwise, it's really expensive to ship. Oh, good. Okay, that's cool. Yeah. Oh my God. Thank you. That is so generous of you. Oh my gosh. I'm just like flattered and humbled. Thank you. See, Connie likes her Pablos, and I've never used them, so I don't know. North Carolina. Awesome. Awesome. Yep. Did you get my email in there? There it is. There's my email. Mark just put my email in there, redravenscauldron@live.com. So send me an email there, Brittany, and I'll send you my my mailing address. So the pencil queen. Okay, so let's get to voting. So what we're going to do is this picture is going to be number 1, the Lisa Matrokin picture. Mariella Budek is number 2, and the fabric tutorial is going to be number 3. So vote accordingly. 1, 2, or 3. Ready, go. Thank you, Brittany. Don't show that, Mark.
Okay.
Home with the landslide. Loretta says 1.
Yeah, see that.
Loretta.
I've got 7 and 1.
Yeah. 1 and 3, right. Okay, so we've actually got 2 for 1 and 8 for 3.
Well, in that case, we have 3 for 1 and 8 for 3.
And Joey says 4. All right, Joey.
I'm thinking 3's the winner.
I'm thinking 3's the winner because 4 is a figment of my imagination. Number 3 is the one for fabric. You meant 3. That's fine. Loretta, I'm jealous because I'm hungry.
I'm voting for 7.
Mark's being a smart aleck. And that wasn't my first choice of words. Okay, we will do fabric. Not a problem. You guys have spoken. So what I want you to do, if you want to follow along, and just get yourself a blank piece of paper. It doesn't have to be special paper. What did you win? You won my...
You won the tutorial.
You won my undying gratitude. Okay? I don't know. I don't have much else. Oh my goodness. Okay. Oh my gosh, Brittany, you know what? I wouldn't care if they were used down halfway. I'd still use them and put them in a live stream. Just to be able to say, you know what, I've compared these and all that, because I love comparing stuff and I love getting into new tools and stuff like that. So it's so much appreciated. I thank you so much. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to get a white sheet of paper. And yeah, I'm going to leave this small because my camera doesn't like big white spaces. So get a pencil. You'll probably need an eraser. I'm going to use this mechanical pencil. Actually, I need a better pencil than that. Is my, let's see, is my pencil case over there? And I don't need this whole eraser. This thing's huge.
How about that hard side one I gave you?
Yeah. No, okay. It's got to be around somewhere. I have so much stuff laying around here. It's really hard for me to keep track. That's okay. We will use, let's see, I'm sure I had a pencil over here somewhere. You can tell I was prepared, huh? Nothing sounds like pencils in a glass except pencils in a glass. Okay. Amanda, hi Amanda.
Again. This thing is doing some weird stuff.
Mark's computer is giving him grief. Okay. So what I can do instead is I can use a black Prismacolor to do this instead of my mechanical pencil. I'm going to have both of them here. I just can't erase. You know what? Give me 2 seconds. I'll go find one.
Oh my God. I don't know. My computer's like jumping all over the place.
Oh. Oh, no. Sorry. Oh, it's empty. What the hell? I know where it is. Uh-oh. Heck. What the heck? Here we are. Okay, I forgot I put all of my drawing pencils in a case. So I've got my drawing pencil case right here. It's fancy. I'm going to use a Faber-Castell 2B because it's dark-ish, and that is for the tutorial. It's got a nice dark line. You can probably see that. If you can't see that, let me know, and I will hold it up. Oh, I know. Yes, the Black Widow skin tones, the Black Widow pencils, very nice. Very nice for the price. Absolutely. Okay, I'm going to take this bracelet off because I keep whacking my cutting mat and it's glass. And it makes a lot of racket, and I don't like that. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. You got your piece of paper, and there's, let's just say, are you kidding me? My lead broke. That's weird. Okay, well, I got to sharpen this, and it's an electric sharpener, so plug your ears, okay?
Angry mosquito.
Oh, darn it. Here we go. All righty. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to, let's just say that this fabric is going to be laying over a bar or edge of a couch or something. Just draw in a line here that represents a bar or the edge of a couch or the edge of a bed or something like that. So our fabric is going to come down over this, okay? And this is going to be really rough and really quick, so we can get to coloring on a coloring page with the fabric draped like this. And what you want it to look like is fabric isn't always going to have nice rounded folds, and it's not always going to have definite highlights that run in, you know, parallel directions and stuff like that, because fabric is like, some of it can be like silk or satin, can feel and look almost like liquid. And when you're dealing with that kind of thing with a very definite highlight, it's going to be, your highlights are going to be really, really bright. They're going to be whitish, maybe even stark white, depending on the lighting. Your shadows are going to be very, very dark, which will make those highlights pop. So what you want to do, if you're following along here, is let's just have this fabric. We're going to draw like a basic outline. The fabric's going to come around the top, and it's going to drape down here. So I'm going to make it look like, and it's going to look like a little waterfall, huh? Okay. So
you know that pencil line that you're drawing is like pretty much
invisible. Yes, I know. Okay. So let's say that our light is coming from here. Okay. So what you want to remember is everywhere that there's a tuck, it's going to be darker. This, even though it looks like I'm coloring on the edge of that fold, I'm not. I'm coloring down inside the tuck because the fold is actually right there. This is the fold that comes over the back of the whatever it is here. Okay. And that's going to be like a dark shadow in here. Okay. So this part is going to have a highlight right there. And this part is going to be this front piece. This is going to start very dark down here against this other fold. And actually what you're doing is you're coloring only what you can see, because technically there's more fabric underneath this fold. You want to make sure that that is defined right there, that dark spot, that dark shadow. So when you're coming out of that dark shadow, you're going to want to lessen your pressure so it blends out. And I'm going to hold this up so you guys can see it better, because it's really, this part is really important, and it's what helps make the thing look like it's folded. Okay. I'm going to put a little corner right here, because a lot of the time you will have a sharp corner right there, especially if you're sitting on the edge of a couch, or, I mean, if your fabric is sitting on the edge of a couch, or the edge of a, like it's folded over the back of a chair, or someone's holding it on their arm, something like that. And the great thing about doing fabric too is that when you're doing this, when you're drawing or coloring fabric, you can add, if you're not working grayscale like on this picture, and where it's already got the shadows and highlights in there, you can add what you want. I mean, you could probably add what you want on this anyway, but I'm to a point. So this is going to be a gradient coming from a dark shadow inside the fold. And I'm going to make this fabric slightly shiny because it's easier to see. And I have a photograph somewhere of fabric, and I misplaced it. It took me forever to find it, and I misplaced it again. Anyway, it's okay. I don't need it. However, if you look up fabric reference photos on Pinterest, there are hundreds of really good photos. So here's what we're just going to bring.
Wants to know if you're doing a sheer see-through fabric.
I'm not doing sheer see-through right now. I'm just going to work on folds in fabric and highlights. I can do the sheer see-through fabric maybe later on this stream or another time, because the sheer see-through fabric it's totally different. Well, mostly totally different. It's still fabric. Okay, so we've got a nice, and this is a soft pencil. The 2B is a soft pencil, which is why I'm using it. It's easier to shade with. It doesn't erase so easy as an HB would, but the 2B pencils, you can get a nice dark line. So, and two, when you're using graphite, you're going to want to layer two, because it just works better. It gives you the control that you need in order to make it look the way that you want it to look. So I'm going to put dark in here. Bring it out some. And here. And I'm going to bring it out some. And then I'm going to make a little foldy thing here. And the crest here. This is going to be like a little circle. So there's going to be a highlight around that. A soft one. And then highlight on the crest. Crest being the edge. And then there's a shadow on the inside of this. So what you have, you've got like a, okay, so I'm going to hold this up now. So you can kind of see this is coming from underneath right here. This is a dark shadow right here. Okay, and this, where this is light, and I've got this little circle, this little shape kind of picked out here. That is the crest of the next fold. This is this fold. Okay, so we've put it in the shadow all the way down, and then we put in this little kind of a curl here, because we're showing that that is like a swirl in the cloth. Oop, there we go. Like a swirl in the cloth. But there's a highlight here too, so you want to make sure that the highlights stay bright. Okay, now I'm going to bring that down a bit. Yeah, guys, I'm holding this in my hand. I'm not pressing very hard, you can tell, because it's not moving very much. So what I want to do now is, and I have to put it back down for this. You know what? Maybe I can bring it down just a little teeny. Hold on a sec. I got to move the camera. Okay, let's see if we'll focus. Are we focusing? Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so make this, I'm going to make this a little darker so you guys can see it. And when graphite starts getting shiny, don't worry about it, because when you finish a graphite drawing, we really should be spraying it with a fix. The fix will bring that shiny spot down. It'll tone that down. So you might want to do like a little dark kind of circle that emphasizes this shape. And then down here, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it like another wild fold. It goes weird like that. So it's got this fold over here, and it's got this fold here. So we've got a dark, and again, we've got darkness here, okay? And then this is going to come out lighter, so that's going to be a gradient. And that's going to be a highlight. So we're going to color this in here. Make that a little darker right there so it gets some emphasis. And I use my finger sometimes to smooth it because, and I know I shouldn't because there's oils in your skin, etc. But for now, for our purposes, it works really, it's fine. Then what you might want to do is take, like, I've got this kneaded eraser, which they're great because you can make them into any shape you want. But I'm just going to make like a little erase highlight here, which is another way that you can make a highlight. It doesn't have to be that you're not coloring there. Hi, Nick and Tina. Good to see you. Okay. And then make like a little erase spot there. And then I'm going to make like a little corner here that's dark, but I'm not going to make it round. That's right. Yeah. Some reason I thought I picked up the wrong pencil. There's only one pencil over here. There's like 15 right there, but you know. Okay, so you want to make sure that where your shadows are going to be darkest, and this shadow is going to be darkest here on this side of this fold because the light's coming from over here. So our highlight is here, and then this guy is there, this shadow. So it's going to come out the opposite way. So it's going to look like it's round, kind of, okay? So it's going to look like that. And this one, we can darken that up right here. And then you might want to adjust like this part. This is going to come down. And then, oh, hey, look, there's something underneath there. So this guy, this line here, it might take a different course and just like bump out right there because it's following the contour of something underneath or whatever. And that's another great thing is you can just put mystery objects underneath and you don't even have to, you know what they are. They're just mystery objects. And I want to erase right here. So, oops, that's a little raggedy. And make this a highlight right here because I've got too much shade. So I'm just going to erase there and I'm going to replace that line. There's a lot of erasing involved. I mean, don't be afraid to erase. It's not a, not a real big deal. A lot of people draw pictures by erasing. Look up Alan Williams. He uses super dark graphite, but he also puts shapes into his pictures by erasing because he'll coat the whole thing with graphite and then he'll work from there. Backwards, kind of. So you guys kind of understand where the fabric, what the fabric is doing here. There's all these shadows where it folds back down underneath. Does anybody have any questions?
You probably should look back through chat because there were some that I don't understand what they're actually talking about.
Okay, Mark said that there were some questions in chat.
I don't think they're questions, they're just statements, but
Statements.
you just need to look at them and see if,
Okay,
if you can glean information.
I'm going to try and scroll back, but if it's not in caps, I may miss it. So you guys, if you have a question or a comment about this that you want me to see, put it all in caps and put it and write it in chat again. Okay, I just stopped by to say hi and give you like Joe Beth. I have to go. Oh, I love you guys too. You guys take care of yourselves, okay? Hope everything's okay, Nick and Tina. Thank you. Thank you for coming by. Gail, no need to apologize. I don't even know why you said that because I missed it and I apologize for that. So anywho, so yes, and like I said, this is just really rough. This is just really simple and it's not perfect. It's not a masterpiece because I'm not going to do like a super long tutorial on this so we can get to the coloring part because coloring it is a little bit different. Okay.
And then also there were some questions about skin tone tutorials. Do you know of anybody that's currently doing skin tone tutorials that people could tune into?
Skin tone tutorials. I don't know anybody who's doing them at the moment. However, if you go back through the videos for Color with Faithful Girl 78, Color and Chat with Sammy, and that's Color with a U, and Laura Rafferty's Laura Colors 2, and they're all on YouTube. Each one of them has really great skin tutorials. Laura McKin has a few really great skin tutorials for different types. So, what? Sorry, I just didn't want to do it as respect for you. Kayla.
Oh, no, just say it's okay. Kayla was saying she didn't want to put up anybody's names because she felt it was disrespectful.
Oh, no, Kayla. One thing that I do is I love to promote other YouTubers, especially coloring and colorist YouTubers, because it is really, really important when you are learning any skill to learn from as many teachers as you can, because they're all going to have something for you. So you may not want to do everything that they're teaching, but if you can watch many different teachers and learn from many different teachers, you will be able to create your own method, your own way of doing things that suits you perfectly. So it's really, really important. If you guys have names, throw them out there, put them out there. Yeah, suggest some names, suggest people, because you guys can't post links, but if you suggest names and we can search them on YouTube or Facebook or whatever, go for it. It's totally okay. Thank you. In fact, thank you for thinking of me and for worrying about that, but there's no need, really. You go ahead, post your stuff. I'm going to go grab something real quick that demonstrates what I can do with fabric in graphite when I have like a whole bunch of time, and we're talking hours, but hold on, it's just right across the room. This is a really large drawing. It's 18 by 24. And it's what, hopefully I won't get a glare on it, but it's one that I did a little while ago, and I can't even see my camera. This is showing you the fabric. So you can see that it can be quite intricate and shaded, and it can really be very involved to do this. This drawing took me a really long time. And it's from a picture that someone took of me. But yeah, so the fabric, if you've got the time to work on fabric and you want to do really, really well, I suggest taking what I'm teaching and taking other things that other people teach and just practice. Just practice, practice, practice. This isn't like the best example right here because I'm going so fast, but it works. I mean, it'll work for a practice thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, let's see. And that's our edge of our fabric right there. And then let's see, let's go. And sometimes what you'll see is, a lot of the times what you'll see is you'll see it like here and then it ends. It just ends. So it'll be shaded and then it'll just boop, nothing. So it'll start really dark and then it'll lighten up and lighten up and lighten up. And then it'll just the fold will just disappear. And so will your shadow. So I've got this other little one here. Like, got a little bump here and there's a shadow inside of there. And then this will come down and that part will be highlighted up. And then this is the fold, the disappearing fold. So it's going to come down and then it just lightens and lightens and then it just kind of fades out. Because the fold will stop and then, you know, it pulls flat, the fabric pulls flat and then there's no place for a shadow. Kind of like that. Okay. So, hey, Rochelle. Oh my goodness. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and start with the coloring on this. This is Elena Lazareva from the Autumn Magic. It's on Create Space paper, so it's very thin. Oops, I think I wrote on my page here. Fortunately, it's just graphite. So what we'll do is we'll just start with the dress. Okay, Nanimo. Okay, so I'm going to do, let's see here. I think I'll just use these blues that I have out already because they're pretty and they're adequate. So I've got a really dark blue and then I move kind of to teals and stuff. You know what? That's not the best example. Let's do these. Let's do this one. Oops. I need to find a sharpen. I'm going to need to turn my side light on. Hold on. Let's see. Is that blue? Caribbean Sea. That'll work. And let's try this one. Should be cloud blue. Yep, cloud blue. Okay, so I'm just going to go with 3 for now, and the buff titanium. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with the darkest one, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do for the shadows. And the grayscale is great because it's already got the shadows in there, but you still really want to pay attention to your gradient, like we did on the graphite one. The gradient is what's going to help your fabric look like it's got folds.
Nanimo says she can't use just 3. She uses like 7 to 10.
That's fine too. I'm only using this is what I'm using for the other picture. I'm using 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and a white or buff titanium. I have them both. And that's for the corset in the Lisa Matrakan picture. And that's, yeah, I totally agree with you. I like using a lot of colors, but for the purposes of a demo, it can be a little much. And because I'm trying to just emphasize a point, yeah, you know, you get it, I'm sure. So anyway, let's start with over here. Her sleeve has a sheer part on it right here, and that's hanging over her dress. So you want to make sure that you notice and take, you know, care around stuff like that. Because this looks so sheer, I'm just going to go ahead and color it as if it's not there, because it looks like it's almost not there. So down in the deepest parts, I'm just going to put down like a nice thin layer, just enough to be able to see the dark blue in the darkest parts of these folds. You don't have to have a really sharp pencil for this yet. I'm just going to do these little thin, barely have, I'm not using the lightest pressure. I'm using kind of on a scale of 1 to 7. This is like a 2. So I want there to be pigment there, but I don't want it to be so drastic yet because the layers are important. Don't have layers. If you can't do the light layers, the blending becomes way more difficult. And you might not even be able to tell that there's color going on here, but there is. I can see it. You guys may not be able to see it because of the camera. So we're going to just put in on the darkest parts. Start with that. And this is getting lighter down here. I'm going to go back up here and make this a little bit darker right there. I do not like, after coloring on that colored pencil paper, this paper is, I don't like it. So dark, dark, dark. And I think some people might do section by section, but I want to do, use this darkest blue wherever I'm going to use it all at once. On the skirt anyway. And then when I am done using the darkest color, if I don't miss anything, I'll move on to the next lightest color. You can do it the opposite way too, starting with lightest and working to darkest. It doesn't really matter. There's no wrong way. It's what you're comfortable with. It's supposed to be relaxing. It's supposed to be fun. So I say don't stress. Just jump in there and color. Color your little fingers off. Yeah.
Hey, so Gail was saying she has a difficult time keeping areas white. She always accidentally ends up with full color. And Leslie said to put the white in first.
Yeah.
My question is there a way to fix it if you put too much color in? Can you back out some of that color in some way to get it back to white?
Okay, I don't know if you guys heard Mark's question. His question is if you, because was it Gail you said?
Yeah.
Gail was saying something about having trouble getting keeping the white in the pictures, and Mark wanted to know is if there's a spot where you've put in too much color and you want to take it back out again. Is there a way to do that? You can try erasing depending on the paper. The Create Space paper isn't going to erase very well because it's cheap paper for one thing. But I mean, it's very thin. It's not going to erase really well before it rips. So you want to try erasing a little if you can. Then you might want to try something like a very thin layer of white colored pencil. But you can also try like going over it with white gesso, a white acrylic paint, a very thin white acrylic paint, which is kind of going to look like it's been erased, sort of. You have to be careful with it. It has to be very detailed. You have to really get it right where you want it. So you can try those. A Posca pen might work. A gel pen might work to cover up the color. So, or you can use spray fix and spray over the top of it, which will fix it, but it also makes the paper accept more color. So more pencil. So I don't, it depends really. You're going to have to experiment with that. I cannot even say enough about experimenting. Experimenting to find out what works best for you is really the bottom line. Does that answer? Yeah. Oh yeah. Try the white gel pens. Try the white gel pens. You can get gel pens that are water soluble and some that aren't not. You might not like the way they work. I like the way they work because of the water solubleness of some of them. And you can use those in watercolor paintings too to put in highlights because of the water soluble factor in there. So yeah, highlights, definitely. White gel pens are wonderful for highlights. Oh gosh. Also, you could just improvise if you've colored something where you don't really want color and you realize it later. I do that. I think everybody's done that. But you can improvise and just like, I don't know, make a, like Bob Ross would say, a happy little mistake. You know what I mean? Change your picture somehow. Because, I mean, there's no set rule that these pictures have got to be colored the way that they're presented to you. A lot of people color over much of it, leave the basic design or basic picture, and then just color over it, with the acrylic or something like that. Prismacolor pens work really well. I have a black, a white, and a red and a blue Prismacolor pen. It's an ink pen, or not an ink pen. It's a marker, a brush pen, and they work really well for going over backgrounds if you want to darken it. I'm not talking about like fixing a mistake unless you're going to go over it. There are ways, I mean, if you're going to put a black background in anyway and you mess up and you can cover it to make it look like it's, the picture is still decent, a great picture, but the background can cover that mistake up, then I suggest doing something like that too, because that is really, really easy. It does not take a lot of time. And, your picture can still look really good. So, okay, so we've got a lot of the dark covered. I'm going through these lines. Now I want to go to my next lightest color, which is this Caribbean Sea. And I'm going to, it looks like the light for her, even though there's a moon behind her, it looks like the light is coming from all around. I don't see any definite shadows from one direction or the other. So I see shadows in the dark spots as if the light is coming from everywhere. So what I'm going to do is color accordingly. This color is going to go beside and over the darkest color, and we're going to go back with the darkest color again and darken up the dark. So this color is going to kind of establish your actual garment color. I should start over here where I started the other ones, but I'm crazy like that. And if you missed a spot, it's okay, because we're going to go back in with the darker color anyway. These two colors look really good together. The Indian Throne Blue, which is PC 208, and the Caribbean Sea, which is 1103 in the Prismacolor pencils. And if you guys, huh?
Melinda's leaving.
Okay, Melinda, take care. We will see you soon. Have a great evening, day, whatever it is where you are. Everywhere that there is a medium gray spot is where I'm putting this second color. I'm going to sharpen this because this, for some reason, it's just not going on really smoothly. Well, thank you, Leslie. Hi. Oh, darn it. Broke my lead. Got to use my pencil.
Time with your lead.
No, it's kind of, I don't know what's going on today.
Mercury in retrograde?
This shouldn't affect pencils.
Shouldn't, but they are leads.
Oh, for heaven's sake. There goes my pencil. My pencil sharpener just ate my pencil.
Oh, no.
Oh, no. Okay. So everywhere that there, like I was saying, everywhere that there is a medium gray gradient on this grayscale, I am putting in this medium colored blue, my next to darkest color blue. Leaving the white, because I'm going to go over that with my lightest blue. And then if I feel like I want highlights later on, I will either use the titanium buff or the Posca or gel pen or something.
So evidently Brittany has sent you an email and some pics. Is that supposed to be about pencils or something?
Yeah.
Okay. So just a heads up that you have an email.
Thank you. Mark was telling me I probably have an email. Thank you, Brittany. Medium. Another thing I wanted to mention is when you're using a gel pen and you're using it to put in a highlight and you want to use it sort of like, the water soluble ones and you want to use them sort of like a watercolor, you can use a Q-tip. You don't have to use a brush. If a Q-tip will work. If it's a tiny spot, you're going to want to use a little tiny brush. But I mean, there are so many things that you can use for tools that aren't specifically art tools. I always want to say, keep that in mind because there's just like, I'm getting into making junk journals. I used to make journals and I'm getting into making junk journals. And I am totally surprised at the stuff people use to put into these junk journals that is just genius. And it's made out of stuff that you have laying around your house. It's just incredible. And I am all for reusing. I like going with the grain of something. Like this fabric has, obviously, it's got up and down kind of, it's not a grain, but it's an orientation. And I like following that with my pencil because it just reinforces that. Some people will go in little circles all over the place, and that's good too, especially if you want like a very smooth appearance. That's good too. I am not applying a lot of pressure. This is very light pressure right now, just enough to get the pigment down. And it's also sort of blending a little bit because Prismas do that. But yeah, it's the paper is so different than what I'm used to working on. I usually print things on card, and I took this out of the book, so it's different. For me, it's different. So what is everyone working on? Is anyone coloring? I mean, other than if you're working along with me, are you coloring something else?
Rochelle says she's trying to get something that looks like snow.
Oh, with colored pencil, or are you using like, Rochelle, are you using like a pen or other than colored pencil? You can allow that.
Yeah, I'm trying.
I'll get it. I'll get it.
No, it's just every time I went to click on it, somebody added something. And
Oh, oh my goodness. Oh, happy early birthday, Shannon. Oh, cool, Leslie. Yay. Already in bed. You lucky girl, Corolla. Oh my gosh. I love my bed. Oh, Lulu. I would love to see that when you are done. I love dragons. They are so beautiful. I got to do a Kirby picture. I love Kirby pictures. I keep thinking I got to do a Kirby picture. Got a bunch of books. In fact, I've got 2 of some of them. Because my husband bought them for me. Because he didn't know what I had. And I was just like, cool, I have 2 now. I can color them again. Which I totally love. It's awesome. That way I can do one in pencil and one in pen or watercolor or whatever. Okay, we're getting there. There's a little dark spot here, and I'm just going to emphasize that a little bit. It's going to look sort of like a fold. So as you can see, we have established kind of a beginning of a gradient in the skirt. The darker, like I said, I'm going to go back over these darker spots with my dark blue when I'm done with all the other blues, which isn't going to take too long. It's going to be quick because it's easy to color. Oh, you know what? I missed a spot. It's easy to color because it's all running the same direction, parallel. Missed a spot right there. There we go.
So when you're doing snow, what colors do you use?
I haven't done snow yet.
Oh, well, there you go.
Is somebody asking that?
No, they've just been putting up in chat some of the colors that they've been using. And Rochelle says she just doesn't want to do blues anymore. So.
Oh, right. No, yes, I have done snow in my Inktober sketchbook for I forget which prompt it was. But anyway, yeah, I used blue. I used blue ink. But I got to say that if you're going to do snow, it really does. There is a lot of blue in snow. Oh, for heaven's sake, get out of there. I'm not having good luck with my pencil sharpener today. Sean does awesome fabric. Oh, man. There you go. Pick someone to send a colored pic that we have colored to for Christmas. Oh, that's a sweet idea, Kayla. Oh my gosh. That is so sweet. You guys are awesome. Okay, I've got my lightest blue. It is cloud blue. And I'm going to go over these, I'm going to color in the lightest spots really lightly so I can add another layer of everything. And I'm going to make this look even more blue. And the great thing about this cloud blue color is it's a great blending pencil. You can also use powder blue and keep, retain that blue color and yet lighten it enough that it really does look highlighted. So keep that in mind. Also when you're working with fabrics, your highlight doesn't have to be white. A lot of the time on really super shiny material fabric, it is white or whatever color the light is that's coming in. But it doesn't have to be. It can be a lighter version, a very light version of the color that the skirt is. But your medium color is generally going to be, like your mid color is going to generally be the actual fabric color. And it all just works together, you know, works together and looks good and all that. Really light layer. Oh my goodness. Blue ice. Oh, what?
Do you need tissue?
No, I don't, but thank you. Yeah, the powder blue. It's really nice. I like my Prismacolors. I can't help it. I really like the Caran d'Ache Super Color 2's watercolor pencils. Those are super nice. I like those. You know who's really good with those is Vicky, Coloring with Vicky. Oh my gosh. Talk about serious talent. Oh my gosh. That woman can color up a storm. She's super, super good. She's just an excellent colorist. There are a lot of excellent colorists.
Nana says she's too scared to use her supers.
Oh man, they're just pencils. You should use them. It's a great adventure. You know, I think I missed a spot. I think I need to make this medium blue right here. Yeah, that's better. Couldn't see enough of the color. Here too. And down here that I missed a spot, where I missed a spot.
That's kind of cool. Kayla says there's a channel called Cardinals Coloring that has video of Black Widow's light and dark skin tone sets making a natural skin tone. She says it's not in English, but you can see what pencils are used.
Awesome. What was that called?
Cardinals Coloring.
Cardinals Coloring. I'm going to write that down real quick. Coloring. There we go. Oh my gosh, my table's a mess. Going over here. Oh goodness. Okay. So we're almost ready to start back in with the second layer of the dark, and that would make our fourth layer. Because a lot of this went over the first layer very lightly. So you can see that where our skirt, our fabric is becoming bluer as we go. And you really want to take your time, because if you take your time and you make all those layers, it's going to look better. It really is. You won't have as many pencil lines or you know, the scratchy pencil lines that you can see sometimes. You won't have as many of those sticking out. You can always blend. You can always use a blender pencil. I really like blender pencils. They're great. There's also blender, let's see. There's these. This is a blender pen. It's got a little bit of, it's for wax-based colored pencils. It's got a little bit of solvent in it. It's got, you can tell I've used this before. You can see that it's kind of stained. There. It's got a bullet tip on one end, the tiny one, and a brush tip on the other end. So and it's slightly flexible. It's
Leslie's off to work.
felt. Oh, bye, Leslie. Have a good, safe time at work. Thank you for stopping by. I really appreciate it. Oh, cool. Thank you, Rosemary. I am too. I learn much better with visual. Yeah. Tiffany Keating, hello and welcome. The second live chat of mine. Oh, thank you. Oh my gosh. Oh, Rosemary, really? Now you know. That's sweet. Oh my gosh. And you didn't even spend a penny, did you? I love it when that happens. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with my Indent Throne blue, which is dark, saturated, bright, dark blue.
Victoria's on.
Victoria, how you feeling? Okay, so we're going to go in here with this dark, and I'm going to use a little bit more pressure, and then, like when I start, and then blend it up and out with less pressure. So in the darkest darks, I'm going to make dark blue lines, shadows, and then kind of blend it out along the dark grayscale.
Victoria says she's doing better things.
Oh, good. I'm glad to hear that. I worry about people, man. Maybe I worry too much, but I don't care. I worry about people. Okay, I'm going to sharpen that because hopefully the lead won't break, because it's too blunt for me to use like this. It's just driving me crazy. Grr, there we go. And how is the lead? The lead looks good. Okay, continua. So that's much better. Much better, yeah. So one of the secrets about using Create Space paper, sharp pencils. At least for me. And I don't know if it's universal, but it works for me. Okay. Putting those dark shadows in there. And some of the shadows are going to be like lines. And what did I say? What did I say a long time ago when I first started streaming? There are no lines in art. There's just really skinny shadows. What are we laughing at?
You? That's a good line. I like that.
I guess he was laughing at me. Just really skinny shadows. I heard that somebody, I think my high school art teacher, her name was Miss Gall. She told us that, I think, if I remember right. And blew my mind. Yep. Blew my mind. Made complete sense. She was one of the teachers that we had that was fresh out of the university. All kinds of great ideas.
Oh my goodness. Kayla just asked you a question.
You're
going to have to read it because there are so many books, I guess, in there that I don't.
Okay. I have Serene. I have Jasmine Beckett Griffith Alice book. Yep. Hidden Paradise, no. Momo Girls, yes. Forest Girls, no. Magical Journey. Who did that one? It sounds familiar. I don't think I have it because I think I would know. And City Christmas, no, I don't have that one either. So I hope that answers all other questions. That was a teacher's statement and it's wonderful. Yeah. Yeah. Rochelle, that's not good. 84? Do you have asthma? I have asthma and sometimes my blood oxygen gets low, but not that low. That's I'm too tired to do anything low. Oh, absolutely, Kayla. I've been waiting for somebody to suggest something like that. Yeah. I could do a picture in Serene or Jasmine Beckett Griffith Alice in Wonderland book. I would freaking love that. See, I'll get together. Which one do you want to see? Something in Serene or something in the Jasmine Beckett Griffith book? We can do that. Yeah, Rose. Yeah, Rosemary knows. Rosemary knows all about that low oxygen stuff. Not now, just sometime when you can or feel like. Yeah, sure, Kayla. Oh, I love Fantasia. You know what, Gail? That's one of the books that's Serene. I got to vote for Serene. I got to vote for Jasmine Beckett Griffith. Another vote for Serene.
Looks like 3 for Serene total and 1 for JBG.
Oh my gosh, Rochelle, COPD. I was diagnosed with that years ago when I was smoking. And they told me if I didn't quit smoking, I would probably be dead real soon. So I quit smoking.
Shannon wants to know if you can show the books. She's never seen them.
Yes. Okay, so we want to see Serene and Jasmine Beckett Griffith. Hold on just one sec. I'm going to go grab Serene. Oh, what, baby kitty? You guys hear my cat? She's hollering because she thinks it's dinner time or something. Okay. The Jasmine Beckett Griffith book, I absolutely adore Alice in Wonderland, but I also adore this book because it is full of classical and surreal artist stuff. Okay, and there's lots and lots of flip-throughs for both of these books on YouTube. So if you guys don't see enough from these right now today, please go check out a flip-through because they take a while. This picture here is adapted from a Salvador Dali, and he was a surrealist in the 40s, 50s, 60s. Died in 1983. He was a genius and a megalomaniac. Oh, let's see. Okay, so Nanamo, you didn't get it signed. I'm so jealous. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Woohoo! Go girl. Okay, I'm gonna scoot. Okay, so here we go. This is Bosch. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Classical poses and uber sentimentality of the 1800s artist William Adolphe Bouguereau. That's cool. This has the melty watch like Salvador Dali put in his paintings. A very classic pose with a little kitty, and a mean kitty, evil kitty. Looking glass insects. This one is so amazing. So this has got Bosch birds. If you don't know who Bosch is, here's how to spell it. B-O-S-C-H, Bosch. I highly recommend going and looking up the artwork because it's amazing. Tea party treats. Painting the roses red. And that's from Alice in Wonderland. Cheshire Cat Cuddle. That cat's got serious fangs. Woohoo! This one is Cheshire Clock. That's interesting. And let's see, mushrooms in a Bosch landscape. Pool of Tears. That's from Alice in Wonderland. White Rabbit Resurrected. I like the skull. That's pretty amazing. Alice's Tea Party. She's just sitting there with some teacups in a pot. Alice's, okay, this, if you look up Fragonard's Swing, it's a very controversial painting because it's from 1767, and it's French Rococo. But let me tell you something. In the painting, there's a woman on a swing like this, and she's kind of kicking her feet a little bit. But there's a guy down inside the bushes somewhere looking up at her. And the reason why, think about that, why it was controversial. What the heck is this guy looking at, right? Anyway, they didn't care back then. Alice in Absinthe, my favorite drink in the whole world. The White Queen, Red Queen, Alice and Lewis Carroll, Bosch Monsters, the Dolly Dress. It's melting. which was his deal. He liked to do things that are melting. Another controversial painting from Van Eyck. Encourage you to look that up, because the controversial thing about the painting was the woman in the painting was holding her dress like this, but the whole deal about it is it's a wedding painting, okay? Think about that, wedding painting. But in the painting, the controversy was, is she pregnant? Because she sure looks pregnant. But you don't know if she's pregnant or not because she's holding her skirt up. So it could be that she's covering up her belly, or that she's just holding up her skirt because she does that. So that's what the whole thing about that was. Da Vinci portrait, Alice in a Dali dream with the melting watches and ants and the elephants and swans, Van Gogh, Monet, water lilies, Alice in the Slivy Toves, or Slivy Toves, Klimt, who did a lot of gold leaf. One of his most famous paintings was The Kiss. Alice in the Garden of Earthly Delights. Yep. Alice with the Dormouse. Alice and the Fawn. We're almost done. Oh, and this is a Vermeer tribute to Vermeer, who is another one of my favorite artists, a Dutch painter who nailed the quality of lights in his paintings. I mean, nailed it. You guys, you want to see really good examples of light and reflection and shadow, go look at a collection of Vermeer paintings. Just do a Google image search for Vermeer.
Gail wants to know what's the name on the cover.
Cover is Alice in Wonderland coloring book, and that's all. Oh, there we go. Alice in Wonderland. Okay. Alice's advice. Alice's prize. Alice and the flowers. Now that is gorgeous. I love doing flowers. Alice dreaming. Alice and the Queen of Hearts. Off with the heads. So that was a weight queen, wasn't it? Alice falling because she fell down the rabbit hole. Alice and the pig. Pig and Pepper. Alice and the mushrooms. I love mushrooms. Caterpillar was sitting on one of those smoking a hookah. Humpty Dumpty. And then there's the little ones. I love these little ones. They're really great. You can cut them out and send them to people. Bookmarks. Down the Rabbit Hole. Alice Enchanted. These look like they are the same as the paintings, but they're just different orientations.
Rosemary says she take it back to when she did art, or when she'd go to art classes with her sister.
Awesome. That makes me feel good, Rosemary. Alice and the Las Meninas. The Handmaidens by Diego Velázquez. Another painting that is really cool, because even though this is similar, it's not, of course, the same, but the painter Velázquez, he painted himself in the picture. He did a self-portrait of him painting a picture of other things. The Starry Night, Van Gogh. And I think it was Belinda that did this in marker. And man, that girl with markers, she's a freaking genius. Alice and the Audubon Birds. Very cool. Alice and the Frog Footman. That's from Alice in Wonderland. Alice and the Dormouse again. And that's it. Okay, so there's the Alice in Wonderland book. And this is the Serene book. This is huge. I'll try and keep it in frame. It's by Nicholas F. Chandrawinata. And these pictures are absolutely gorgeous. I really would love to do one of these. The paper is thick. It's good for watercolor, markers, whatever you have. Isn't that beautiful?
I see why people say they're intimidated by these.
Yeah. Mark says he sees why people say that they're intimidated by these. It's like a no-brainer once you look at it. But yeah, these are just amazing. Look at that detail for crying out loud. You guys are going to ask me to do one of those, huh? We want to see her squirm. It doesn't take watercolor? It might if you don't use a lot of water. Like if you're using...
I'm sorry, Kayla said that Dee Dee said it doesn't take.
Oh, Dee Dee said, oh, shoot. You know what? She probably put acrylic over it first then. Oh, I know, Nanamo. I love this book too. I love it. I love these expressions. I mean, wow. Just amazing. And this is the same artist that did Fantasia. I love her tattoos. Oh my God. I have a thing about tattoos. I have a huge one on my back. It was a gift. Like 4 sittings and $600 or something. That one looks like a statue, or she's all cracked and everything. This one, I love koi fish. So that one is really cool too to me. That one's beautiful. You could do a lot with the background on that one too. This one looks very sci-fi to me. I love science fiction.
Where Gail can buy Serene, it's $57 on Amazon third party.
Right. Don't go through Amazon. Go through a place on Etsy called 70 East Books or the Colorful Birdhouse. If you just put in the search bar, search for shop names containing 70 East Books.
Is it the number 70 or the word?
The number 70, 70 East Books or the Colorful Birdhouse. I think they both have it. And sometimes you can find scratch and dents and they'll mark it down like 15% or something. And I say, if you can save money, any amount of money you can save is good. So, yeah.
What did you say the other one was? The Coloring Birdhouse?
The Colorful Birdhouse. So we're almost done here. We're about halfway through. This is an excellent book for the price. I mean, even if it is kind of expensive, there are a lot of pictures in here. Really a lot. I love this. This is so gorgeous. Oh, man. Only thing I don't like about this one is this cigarette. But, yeah, whatever. And she's just... Maybe it's a joint. Oh, my God. No, no, no. It's sage. Thank you very much. She's saging herself. Alternatively, this one's very aquatic. I like that. She's sitting in like a big oyster clamshell thing. There's a clownfish, starfish. There's an octopus on her head. Wow. Goddess of the Sea, that was. This one I adore. This one is called Goddess of War. I love this one. It just so reminds me of a Valkyrie, you know? And this one's another aquatic themed one. This one's pretty humorous. Good and evil.
Gail wants to know, can you show Kayla one of the beautiful pictures inside Fantasia by chance?
Yeah, I can do that. I can grab that one down too. And then we've got some... She just looks so confident. She just looks like, yeah, bring it, buddy. Come on.
It's a little high in frame.
Well, the picture's too big for the frame.
Yeah. Display, you know.
Yeah. Just gorgeous pictures. Absolutely gorgeous. So yes, I can do something out of either one of these. I would be completely and totally willing to do that.
Well, when I was kind of keeping track, Serene was taking off in boats.
Yeah, everyone loves Serene, and a lot of people are intimidated by it. Let me grab Fantasia for you guys, and I'll show you that one too. And that is another book by Nicholas. Yep. This is the same artist that did the Serene book. And this one is great because it is spiral bound. It lays completely flat. It has perforated pages. The only thing that's weird about it, I started coloring and just wanted to do to see what the paper was like. The only thing that is kind of funky about it is the paper is weird. It's thin, but it's very smooth. So that's one of the pictures. There, that's better. That's better. I'm not going to show you all of them, but because there's a lot of pages in this. There's like 50 pages. There's 50 pictures in this book. So yeah, but I could do one of these too. Oh, a king card. That's neat. It's been a long time since I looked through this.
Oh my God, that says there's 3 or 4 editions of this.
Oh yeah, I know. I know. I like this one. This one's good.
Kayla was saying, I'm not real sure.
Kayla was saying, I'd love to do the statue. Oh yeah. After it, you said you love the koi fish one or whichever one you choose. Haven't done anything but started the evil and good one. I love that one. Aw. Yeah. So yeah, there's like, this reminds me of Planet of the Apes. I'm a huge Planet of the Apes fan. I have been since, golly, long time. That looks like Quetzalcoatl. Quetzalcoatl. Death in the Moon. I like how the scythe kind of completes the circle of the moon. That's really a genius move there. Oh, look, it's the plant from Little Shop of Horrors.
Yes.
Feed me, Seymour. This is interesting. This is good for Christmas.
Going to bed.
Who's going to bed? Okay, Carola, you take care of yourself. Sweet dreams. Oh, a scarab beetle. Oh, that's gorgeous. Holy moly. Yes. Oh, hey guys. Belinda, Color with Faithful Girl 1978, is coming on in 30 minutes. She's going to paint by numbers. 30 minutes. I will be done by then.
Oh, Deb says that paper takes alcohol markers as well.
Oh, it does? Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, it looks like there's some kind of coating on it. Oh, a little witchy poo. Oh my God. I didn't know that was in there. Oh man, I should have done that for the Halloween thing. Oh, this is interesting. Nice. Oh, a warrior. Grar. Conan. I'm dating myself. Roses.
Looks more orcish.
Orcish, yeah. Oh, look at these are just patterns. Very nice. Nicholas started his career in 2013 at one of the best illustration studios in Indonesia. After 2 years of working with the best clients in the business, Nicholas went on to start his freelancing career in 2015. His dream is to become one of the best illustrators in his country. Well, I'd say he's got a really good start. So there you have it. I saw Mark said that there was a lot of votes for Serene. So I can do something out of Serene. Could be Shannon. Yeah, that it's meant for permanent markers. Yeah. Well, sure. Yeah. That would be fun and different and challenging. Because, whoa, look at all the detail.
Oh,
okay.
Wow. Rosemary says if you text that artist, he'll respond, and he's a very nice young man.
Oh, that's cool, man. Oh, sorry about bumping that. I love it when artists will do that. That's great. And, you know, the longer I'm in the coloring community, the more that I'm finding that artists will do that. They just, I mean, we were going around stream to stream for the steampunk event. I'm still working with the Indian Throne blue, the dark blue, to go back in and darken my shadows because I went over them with the lighter blues. So I'm going to still work on that. And I'm kind of blending it out a little bit from the shadows because I wanted to make sure that all of these little ruffles and folds look kind of roundish. So that's a tip there. Start really dark in the deepest corner and then come out lighter pressure, and then blend with lighter color after that. So yeah, I'm finding that there are a lot of artists. We were streaming on the steampunk event, and there were 14 artists, I think, that contributed a drawing, a page for the event, and they were popping in and out of all the streams. It was amazing. And it was really funny too, because a couple of people, and I would have done the same. I do the same every time Lisa shows up. I fangirl because I'm just like, oh my God, look who's here. I don't always say that, but that's how I'm feeling inside. I'm just like, oh my God. Yep. I'm crazy. So we're going to make these darker. And like like I say, the darker your darks are, the better your highlights are going to show. So even if you're only going to do like a skinny little shadow or a line, as some of you might say, make it dark. Don't be afraid of contrast. Make it dark, because if you're looking at something, if you really observe the way that light falls on stuff, there are potentially a lot of really, really dark spots because of shadows. Don't be afraid to add them.
Gail says she can now see your technique. It takes time, but it's so worth it.
Yeah, it is so worth it. Totally. I agree. Do you have a background in art, Gail? Oh, yeah. Markers for straight coloring, mandalas. Oh, I know, Mousy. I like them for mandalas too. Markers, definitely.
Michaela was saying that they work really good for tight creases and stuff. I think that's
Oh, yeah.
Wait.
It's okay.
Oh, no, it was Mousy that said that too. Sorry.
Yep, markers are great for little tiny spots. So now that we've gone through these coloring books, you guys, we got lots and lots of votes for Serene. You guys still want me to do something from Serene? You want me to do something from Fantasia? Very relaxing, absolutely. I'm gonna darken this up down here a little because it's behind this pumpkin. And even though the pumpkin isn't.
Koi fish, yes please, Serene, and one day JBG, Alice.
Huh? Yes, please, Serene, and one day. Okay.
So we've actually got, oh, I see, no. So we've got 2 and 1 right now.
Okay, so
3 and 1.
So that would be Serene first and then Alice for your vote.
So far,
yeah, for that vote. Koi fish, Serene, totally agree with Kayla. Got it.
4 and 1. Or it could be 4 and 2 because she said totally agree. Sounds good to me. I'm afraid of faces.
Oh, hey, I love doing faces. I love doing skin tones and faces. I don't like doing small faces like in this picture. It's just so difficult because I like the gradient part when I'm working on a face. I like doing the close-up portrait things, but I'll do them. I'm flexible that way. I used to do commission work, and I did a lot of faces, a lot of portraits and stuff, and I don't do commission work anymore, but because I got burned really bad. But I could if I wanted to.
Obviously, Deb says she can do arms and legs, but faces, yeah.
Yeah. Oh my goodness.
Kayla wants to know, would you be using Prisma polys or something I have, or what was your thought?
Kayla, are you talking about for the other books that you're suggesting? Yes, I can draw portraits. I can do that.
Serene?
For Serene, Lulu. What was the question again?
We'd be using Prisma polys or something she has.
Something you have. You know what? It depends on which book. I think for the Serene book, I might want to do polychromos. Not sure.
Oh, Mousy says to test the paper first.
Oh, good idea. Good idea. Yep. On the test page that I did already in Serene on the front with those two little flowers, that was Prismacolors. And it's decent, but I'm definitely going to do more practice on that and find out which pencil I like best to do. I just haven't gotten to it yet. Been busy. Been kind of busy.
Kathy Norman just dropped in.
Kathy Norman. Hi, Kathy Norman. It's good to see you. It's good to have you here. Wow. Full room. Love polychromos. Yay. Yay. Brittany Miller, welcome back. Yeah, the Alice book is great.
Pretty much Serene still has the boats, though. You know.
Okay. Not worried. So
Deb said she did not like the prism test she did back in Serene, in the back of Serene.
In the back of Serene. Yeah. It looks kind of grainy. I'm sorry, Mousy Deb. The Prismacolors look a bit grainy on the paper in Serene. Even with layers and layers. That was when I did the flowers, I did like 4 or 5 layers and it still looked a little bit grainy. So I'm thinking maybe something like polychromos or maybe even Black Widows because they're a little harder. Yeah, you can email me, Kayla. That's fine. Yeah, if anybody has any questions or anything, you can get in touch with me any way you can. You can get in touch with me through Instagram or Facebook or email, whichever, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. I'm not I'm horrible about correspondence, but I do try. And sometimes if I'm not feeling well, the correspondence does not take precedence. So I'm just going to let you know that. Like yesterday when I felt really bad, there was no way I was going to open an email and say, because I was just not in a good frame of mind. I was in a lot of pain and, well, not conducive to a relaxing atmosphere to write a nice email. And my brains were scrambled. Okay, so I'm going to go up here to the top where I'm thinking that folds are going to be a little tighter. And I'm going to darken these up just a bit more than the others because I want those shadows to come out. And that's also going to lend a little bit more realism to the skirt, to the folds in the fabric. If you think about it, the whole, your fabric is definitely where the folds are tighter, it's going to be darker. That one there. A little bit right there. This is fun. I really like doing this. Okay, my next blue is not that one. Caribbean Sea that I just ate half of, my pencil sharpener. So I'm going to start at the edge of the dark blue. I don't want to go over the top of the darkest blue again. And I'm going to I'm going lightly, but I'm also blending it a little bit on the edge of the dark blue. You know what? I think I'm going to put this over here too, a light layer of the dark blue right on that edge where the grayscale is dark, just to define the edge. And I'm going to tell you now that because there's a light behind her, because the moon is behind her, a great way to emphasize that is you start with something dark like this, and then you take a white or whatever, titanium buff or something, and then you you put heavy pressure. So you're blending in the dark with the white, and then you bring the white out further. So it kind of looks like there's this halo around the object, and that emphasizes the fact that there is light coming from behind. I encourage you to, or even set something like this up. When there's a light behind something, check out what happens to the edge of that object, whether it's fabric or a furniture or whatever you have, a tree. And there's a tree outside and there's a car across the street that's coming out of a driveway and it shines a light on that tree. You're going to see like this bright edge on that tree because of the way the light behaves on the edge. So take note and use that in your coloring books because it really lends to the realism. Now, if you're not looking for realism, I say just jump in there and do whatever you want to do. Experiment again.
Is that lantern lit, Joe Beth?
It does have little tiny candles in it, but those little tiny candles aren't going to distribute a whole lot of light. And thank you, whoever said that, because that reminds me I should probably leave just a tiny bit of white to put my yellow for the lights, for the candles, but it's not going to be much. In fact, these pumpkins aren't going to reflect that at all because these little tiny wicks, even though there's 4 of them, it's candlelight is really dim. In fact, if you guys want to see a really great tutorial about candlelight, oh shoot, she doesn't have it out on her thing yet. Lisa Matrakin I think she's going to put out a light tutorial next month. I'm not sure. She put it out for patrons. And because I won a contest. So I was included because I won a coloring contest on her Facebook page. But she has some really good pointers about candlelight versus sunlight or other light, and how candlelight is muted and it's even a different color than, say, sunlight. So Kayla, that's funny. Kayla, you put in there, you put Dick Blick into the chat, and the chat didn't want to post it because it has the word Dick in it. It's because of Dick Blick, and that happens all the time. I think if you put it in as all one word with no space between it, it'll post it. I saw Kenny do that earlier and posted it. At least I think it did. Okay. Making this blue.
Do you know who the artist is of Imaginary Friends?
Yes, I do. Imaginary Friends is, hold on a second. Oh, I can't pronounce it unless I'm looking at it.
Ah. Carolyn
What?
Kubikowska.
Yes, yes.
That beat you to it. She put it up.
Kubikowska, yes. Carolina, yeah. And her work is really interesting. It's dark and it's melancholy and sort of gothish and fantasy and surreal. And absolutely adore it.
Hey, can you get open stock polys at Michael's or Hobby Lobby or anything like that?
I don't think you can get polychromos open stock at Michael's or Hobby Lobby.
Okay.
I think you,
Somebody was asking if we might be able to get some.
yeah, I think you have to go to Dick Blick or to Jerry's Artorama.
Yeah, that's what Rochelle or Rosemary was saying.
Yeah, yeah. Somebody broke Mark.
Gail,
Gail.
she doesn't understand you normally have no filters.
Oh, well, I'm sorry. I hope that didn't offend you. Gail and everyone, yeah, I have a potty mouth and it's hard for me to maintain a filter because I just say whatever's on my mind usually. And I know Facebook doesn't like that. And I really, that's why one of my sayings is that wasn't my first choice of words, because generally my first choice of words is like a sailor. Anyway, so yeah, Gail, I got to tell you, you made my husband laugh really loud.
By the way, he's got about 10 minutes left.
Yeah, I was just noticing.
Oh, no, Gail, no.
Oh my God,
That one we're gonna
Gail, we can't let that one pass.
Oh,
That
I
one,
agree. I totally agree, but I can't let that one go.
we can't put that in chat, but we have to take that one out. But yes, I agree. If they can't take a joke, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. That's funny. That's the first time anybody's really ever surprised Mark while he's been in chat. He's sitting over on the couch going, "Oh my God." Oh my goodness. So I don't think I'm gonna.
like her.
I like her too. Oh my God, you guys. I'm that made me laugh. Thank you. I
Boston, okay.
Okay.
Fudge. There you go.
Fudge, yes. Oh, thank you, Lulu. I'm glad you could be here. You're welcome. You take care of yourself, sweetie. I'm going to move on to the cloud blue, and I'm just going to, like I said, whoever said it, thank you. Going to leave a little white space over here, but I'm going to color in my highlight light blue and blend with this pencil. So I'm going a little bit heavy on the pressure so I can blend. And most excellent, this pencil is just most excellent for that. And I don't need a blender pencil. Not really, anyway. I could use one still if I wanted to, but it'd probably save me some pigment, right? Oh well. So question before we go. Oh, and you know what? Let me do this real quick. If anyone here has their own YouTube channel, hi Kelly S. Oh, welcome from Australia. Sweet. Good morning. If anybody has their own YouTube channel, please put 3 hearts beside your name in chat so people know that you have a YouTube channel and we can go subscribe to your channel. If you have a Instagram where you want people to follow you on Instagram, put in your Instagram name so people can go to Instagram and find you. So do that because we need to support each other in this community. We need to be able to find you to support you.
Don't forget to look at the description for the various pages that you host and your stores and all that.
Right. And in the description, you will find links to my other places online. I have a link to my website, to my blog. Well, the blog link is in my banner on my YouTube channel. But thank you guys. Thank you for putting up your hearts. Kayla does coloring. Victoria does coloring. You guys are awesome. The more the better is what I say. There's Victoria's IG. Yeah, I've got in the description of the video, I've got a link to my Facebook page for this channel. So if you guys want to join us there, you are welcome to and post stuff. It's crafting and coloring. So you can post your You can post 2 pictures a day of coloring, and then you can post things like videos. Like if you know of a video that shows a good skin tutorial, post it. Post a link there. If you have a website that you like that has good whatever it is, post it. Okay? Make sure we know why you're posting it, but post it because it's called it's called Crafty Cauldron Crafts and Coloring. That's the Facebook page. And I think Mark's putting in a link.
No.
No?
Sorry.
Would you put in a link, please, to the Facebook page? It's in the description, but would you do it anyway?
Of course I would.
Okay.
Wish me luck.
Good luck. If you can't, you can't, you know. So what we've got so far is we've got this skirt, and we've emphasized with color the folds in this skirt. So I apologize for the condition of the paper. The paper is not cooperating like I would like it to, and that's okay. You can still get the general idea of what we've done.
There you go. It's long, but there you go.
It'll shorten. That is the link to the Facebook page where the Facebook page for this channel. I post things there. Like earlier today, I posted a water drop tutorial for colored pencils. It's really good.
Hey, according to Deb, the Etsy link says not found.
Well, that's not right. Oh. Well, I'm going to have to fix that. Okay, anyway, I'm going to hold this up so you guys can see what we've done. We've got crumbly. We've got our dark darks. You can see that there's still color there on the dark darks. And then the lights, some of them I've covered over with this light cloud blue pencil, like right here, because it doesn't need to be white. But then I left spots over here that I can color the candle color in, that mellow golden candlelight color. And then I've left some spots in the middle of these larger folds. I've left them without color. And I'll probably go in with my white Prismacolor or the titanium buff. I haven't decided which because I like them both a lot. And just make sure that is covered with some white pigment so that the highlight stays white. So that's kind of a general tutorial for folds for cloth. If you guys have any questions or you want me to do another tutorial more in depth on cloth, I can do that. I just need you guys to let me know. That's all. Oh, thank you, Rosemary. Oh, you guys are awesome. Yeah, Nanimo says, happy to help if I can. If anybody can help anybody in chat, don't worry about stepping on my toes because I want you to. You got links, you got suggestions, if you've got, you know, whatever, information, post it because I don't know everything. I'm just a person. I'm finite. Okay, it's about time for us to go. I'm starving, and we're going to make homemade pizza. Thank you, Kayla. I'm glad you were here, Kayla. I hope you feel better. Live streams always make me feel better. Just being here with everybody. You guys are awesome. I love the art world, too. It's so good for the soul. It really is. Thank you, Mousy Deb. I appreciate that. And thank you, Nana Mo. And hi, Arnie. Hey, Arnie. How's the cats? I'm getting ready to sign off because Belinda is coming on, and she's coming on in like a minute. So you guys go see Belinda. That's Color with Faithful Girl 1978. She's going to be doing a live stream, color by number thing. So we will see you again on Tuesday, same time, 2 p.m. Mountain. We will probably be working on the Lisa Matrakan unless I finish that, or we will work on Lady Spring by Mariela Budek unless I finish that. And if that's the case, I'm going to pick up Serene. So But I'll post it. I'll let you know beforehand. So I might just post it in the group. So, oh, thanks, Kelly. Thank you for everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thanks for the thumbs up. I think that's the most thumbs up I've ever gotten in a stream. So thank you so much. Everybody take care, peace, love, and remember, it's not about the destination. It's about the journey. Have a good journey, artistic journey. Yeah.
Thanks and bye.
Mark says thanks and bye. Guys are awesome. Belinda's on. I'm gonna go. I see you later. Bye bye.
What's the name of the Facebook group?